Hey everyone, this is Juno with Detour Shirts. In this video, I'm interviewing Ryan Hogue. He's going to teach us another way to sell on Amazon called FBM. Let's go. So before we start the video, I just wanted to let you know what this video is all about. I'm going to interview Ryan Hogue. So it's a long interview. We talked about, I asked him a lot of questions about what FBM is. And if you stay till the end, you'll find out the best tips on FBM, which is fulfillment by merchant that you're selling on Amazon. And so I asked him all my questions I had. If you like this kind of videos, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do more videos with other designers, sellers, and people like that. And I just wanted to let you know, for those that are new to the channel, my name is Juna. I sell t-shirts online. I'm a graphic designer, t-shirt designer, and I design and sell t-shirts online. So if that's something that you like to do, make sure to subscribe to my channel. So Ryan has courses all about this stuff. I'm going to put a link to his course down in my description, so you can click on there. You can see how to do this. He shows you how to do it. And don't forget to stay till the end, because not only will Ryan tell you about the best tips for FBM, but I also have another trend credits. And here's the interview. Hope you like it. Hey everybody, this is Juno with Detour Shirts. I'm here with my good friend Ryan Hogue. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, what's up, Juno? Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, thanks for being on. I looked at your Instagram profile, your stories, and you said you post these, your income stream. And the thing that caught my eye was that you made more money with FBM than you did with merch. Like that FBM sales are just going through the roof for you, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, because I would suspect that merch has higher profit potential, but also that leads me down like another tangent where I don't know what's up with merch right now.
Yeah.
But something's up clearly, because like sales are not normalized where they should be, especially when I've pushed so many new products recently.
Is it the same? Well, we'll get into it, but I'm guessing it's the same designs you're putting on both, right? Or no?
No, I do different ones. Well, it depends. I have different strategies. I can talk about them.
Okay. So we're good. So in this video, we're going to talk about your FBM strategy. And for those that don't know what FBM is, can you tell us what that is, first of all?
Sure. Most people are familiar with Amazon FBA, where you sell products that are fulfilled by Amazon. And that means you have to pre-purchase the physical goods and send them to Amazon's warehouse. And then when they get purchased, Amazon picks, packs, and ships it for you. With FBM, it's fulfilled by merchant. So it's similar to like selling on eBay back in, the year 2000, where you make a sale, you go to the post office, you ship it yourself. Except in our case, we are outsourcing the product creation and fulfillment to companies like Printful.
Okay. Awesome. So you could, in theory, take all your designs just like you do with Etsy, and use Printful, and then put it on Amazon. And you actually have a video on how to do all that, right? Like I think I learned it from you actually on how to. I started my. Is it called Seller Central? Is it the same thing?
Yes, Seller Central is the platform that you would sell Amazon FBA and FBM through.
Okay, cool. So if anybody wants to know about that, maybe I'll put a link to, you have a video, right, on how to do it, how to set it up and all that?
Yeah, like after you get the Seller Central account, part of the steps, the biggest point of contention is trying to get your GTIN exemption to remove the requirement for UPC codes, because those tend to be expensive. So that is, I've got like a couple videos out there trying to help people with that part.
Okay, I'll try and put some of those links to your videos in my description of this video, and so that they can go and look on that. So I wrote down a few questions for you, so this will be like legit interview. Hopefully, it's my first interview.
Cool.
Thanks for being my first interview, by the way.
Happy to.
All right, FBM, fulfillment by Amazon, right?
Fulfillment by merchant.
Fulfillment by merchant. Great, thank you. Can anyone do it? Is the first question.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the cool things about print on demand is that low barrier of entry. And with FBM, it does not necessarily mean print on demand, because like I can go sell this water bottle on Amazon, and that's not print on demand. But if it sells, I go and I ship it out tomorrow. If you guys are wondering, by the way, one cool thing about it is you can buy your shipping through Amazon at their incredibly discounted rate. So if you were actually to do your own manual fulfillment of stuff, like you get a nice discount on the shipping. But can anybody do Amazon FBM? The answer to your question is I'm pretty sure anybody can get a Printful account. So the only other thing you need is that Seller Central account.
Okay.
And it can be, it's not like Amazon merch where you apply and you might get rejected. Like they do make it accessible.
Yeah.
But it's a pain in the ass, dude, getting on Seller Central, man. Like I opened up my account in late 2016. So, I mean, pretty much 4 years ago, actually. Yeah. Over 4 years ago now. It's crazy. I opened up one in my mom's name though, and they had added all these extra security measures like facial recognition. They matched against the ID. You have to upload your ID, bills, etc. So if you can get past that hurdle, yes, anybody can do it.
All right, cool. Well, that's good to know, and it's good that you tell us that there's some kind of hurdle. So just don't expect something to go through really fast. It may take a little while, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you may have to do it twice, honestly, because my mom had to. Even though everything was legit, we had to do it twice.
Wow. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right. This is a really broad question, but why do you think FBM for you is doing a lot better than merch, for example?
Yeah, and you know what? I'll reference like without giving up my sources, but part of having, you know, my YouTube channel and your YouTube channel is like we get to meet people like, you know, each other, right? And we can talk print on demand, and you might be privy to more information than the average person. And I know some sellers through merch that like are very top tier, you know, that have contacts.
Yeah.
And they were able to kind of, I don't know how much I should say, but like essentially right now things aren't normalized as far as how sales should be. And I'm assuming that will shift back to normal at some point. But they said it was related to like Ruth Bader Ginsburg's passing potentially.
Oh, interesting.
Because there's been such an incredible, I'm sure you've seen it, like spike in demand for anything related to her. And, you know, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, RBG, however you want to reference it. I think they may be worried about the legality because this is just my understanding, basic understanding of like her not being an elected official. Like, can we sell products?
Oh, interesting.
You know, in her likeness? Yeah.
So she's not like the president where you can just put, you know, a presidential candidate. Interesting.
So I didn't think that's why lawyers exist, by the way. So it's not for you and me to decide, but
And if you didn't catch Ryan's video, I wouldn't sell Ruth Bader Ginsburg stuff right now, right?
I would not do it. People have been showing me crazy sale numbers. Like
shops are getting closed down for it, right?
Like they're getting kicked off. Yeah. So, and I always, this was, you know, I feel bad because I'm like, I'm one person. You know what I mean? I have a YouTube channel, but I'm just like everybody else. Like I look at the marketplace and I say, if I see more than a couple hundred selling, I assume it's okay.
Yeah.
As a general rule of thumb, but like they're appear to be flipping their stance on the RBG stuff. So
that's crazy. So just to answer this question, you're thinking that your FBM is doing better because there's something wrong with merch, right?
Yeah, I think my merch should be much higher. I've got like I talked about this on my channel like a month and a half ago that I want ever since tier 100,000. I was like, I'm doing all standard t-shirts, US market, using a lot of automation, obviously, but I jumped up to like, I mean, I can check like 48,000
right now. You should be making more.
Yeah.
But and you think with that many products. Yeah.
But it's like they can flip a switch and I'll go from day over day and triple my sales, but they're not like, oh, one person bought a bunch. They're all evergreens. And they're like, I mean, you know, the designs I'm making are quality, even though they may be pretty scattered as far as like evergreen niches go. So I just think I should be making more there. And then with FBM, the cool thing about FBM, this is honestly a really good answer to the question too. That shouldn't be overlooked. All right. This is the tip right here.
Okay.
Is that with FBM,
the
first FBM print on demand product listing that I created 3.5 years ago is still there.
Wow.
So you get it like
fall off. That's what you're saying.
They don't fall off. Yeah. So you're just constantly like, if you go back in time on my channel, look at my income reports from 2017, where it's like, or even, 2017 is probably when I started, but like, I'll say like, my sales were really bad, but I'm going to keep pushing because I know over time it's just going to scale up, you know?
Even if you don't get a sale, it's not like merch by Amazon where you don't get a sale and it falls off. Even if you don't get a sale on FBM, it's still there for people to buy. That's awesome.
Exactly.
That's a great tip.
So the catalog just keeps getting bigger. And right now I'm using, I don't know if this is jumping the gun on future questions, but like I found out about one specific software called POD Turbo that I've been using to automate uploads to Amazon FBM. So for years I was doing it manually throughout the day. because you can't just flood it. It'll throttle you. So I was doing it manually throughout the day. I know people might hear that and be like, Ryan, you're lying. Something's up. No. Throughout the day manually. I am a computer nerd. I sit at a desk all day. It was like I had an internal clock every 30 minutes pushing new products manually.
Yeah.
And now I just schedule them ahead of time, CSV upload. It's
nice.
You know, it's nice. Yeah, 200 products a day get created. So
yeah, and then you stay on there. So it just keeps getting better and better. And that makes sense. So after 3 years, you said you've been on there 3 years, and so you probably have
Central four, but like with the FBM print on demand, about 3.5. Yeah, I started with GearBubble and I've transitioned to Printful, and now I'm transitioning back to GearBubble because of POD Turbo right now only supports GearBubble. So
okay, good to know. I have to look that up.
POD it's pricey though. Also, disclaimer, it's like the priciest software I use. So
okay, good to know. Good to know. All right. Another question. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but what are like the products to sell on there? Because is it just T-shirts, or are you using, what's the best product to sell on there? I don't know if you want to give that away, but
no, I'm happy to. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to be transparent. Like, and this is what's weird, man. It's like people like binary black and white answers, but I think it's like a fluid answer for two reasons. I most of the time I say do not compete with Amazon merch products for obvious reasons. Like when people see the Prime checkbox, they want the Prime eligible product. Plus, Amazon merch has created I mean, if you take like the same person and you say sell through merch and sell through FBM, they're gonna have so much of a harder time figuring out even how to set up the FBM stuff through Seller Central, because Seller Central just sucks.
It's not that intuitive for me. Not as intuitive as merchant to me.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like, so that means you're going to have more competition through merch anyways, and customers are going to favor it. So you don't want to be in direct competition. So I'm selling a lot of like hats, honestly, coffee mugs, shot glasses. I sell the occasional pillowcase. I've sold some leggings, but I'm not a great like designer as far as leggings go, because you need the like repeatable
different design. That's like a pattern design or stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say this though, this is where it's like, this is why they pay me the big bucks, even though nobody pays me anything to say this. But like, I also uploaded a bunch of my catalog to Seller Central FBM.
Okay.
And it paid off unexpectedly. Like I didn't really think it would, but I did it because, and you remember this probably because you've been on merch, like they've run out of stock of t-shirts in like the fourth quarter. And then the FBM stuff starts creeping up. And then also this year with cerveza sickness, YouTube censors, sorry, don't want to say the real word.
Right.
But like, yeah, like during that time, man, my FBM sales exploded again because like the merch sales started, or merch closed, but yeah.
No, that's a good point. At any time, merch could close down, and so your FBM was running when that whole merch thing happened and was closed. So yeah, that's
absolutely, man.
All right. Let's see where we're at on time. Photos. That's a good one. So on Merch by Amazon, you upload and you get an automatic photo. How do you do your photos on there? Do you just take them from Printful? Is that kind of how like the Printful kind of does photos, right? You just mock it up on there or something?
Yeah, I just use the standard white background flat mock-ups from Printful. Like if I'm selling on Etsy though, I think it's like a huge point of differentiation. Like in my mind, like the biggest difference between someone who's really successful and not that successful is just winning the battle in the search results, the SERP, you know? It's like anything you can do to stand out in search results, I think you need to do. And in Etsy, they let you change the background. On Amazon, they don't. So I just keep the standard flat mock-up on Amazon. And if I'm going to change the images or add images, number one, don't change the primary because you need the white background. But like, I only do it if a product proves itself. Because your time is money. You know this. I mean, your time is money. So is it better spent like changing the images on listings that never sold? Probably not, you know?
Yeah. It's the ones that sold. Good answers, man. Okay, just a few more. Let's see. Keyword and description. So I feel like on Merch by Amazon, that's really important. How is it on FBM? Is that something you put in and you change? Is it in the bullet points? What's your thoughts on that? Title, keyword, description, that kind of stuff.
So this is definitely something that if you asked a bunch of sellers, you might get different answers. Like, and I might be in the minority, but I really keep coming back to that concept of like, if my goal is to make money from print on demand, like is my time best spent editing the bullet points and description for a listing that Printful created where you don't get a chance to, and I don't know if they fix this, but I mean, I just stopped even attempting to, but like you could try to edit the description. It wouldn't push.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah. So I just don't worry about it, honestly, because your title is weighted heaviest for the algorithm. So if you put your relevant like phrase that a customer would search for or keywords there and don't stuff on Amazon, because you don't, I think they chop it down to like 80 characters most of the time anyways for mobile, but like you may be able to stuff, but I don't know if they all really factor in as much. Like on Etsy, I say stuff, on Amazon, not as much. Just put it there and move on to the next thing, whether it's uploading again to Amazon or to RedBubble or wherever else. But I will say this also, POD Turbo, you know, they don't pay me to say this. I'm just like using the software every day and kind of liking it. Like it's a little bit more robust in how they give you the ability to build out nice looking listings where you can also include relevant keywords using templates that you can override their defaults, but they also include defaults that will pull in primary keywords from your CSV. So you get like a column that says like primary keyword 1, 2, if you want to use it, and it'll just pull it in.
Awesome. 2 more questions. Second to last question. Can you use BSRs and that kind of thing like you do on merch to find out what's selling on Amazon and use that towards FBM? Is that the same kind of strategy?
For sure, yeah. And if you're familiar, have you used Jungle Scout before or heard of it?
I've heard of it. I don't use it, but
yeah, it's a really popular tool, and it's not the only one. I mean, it might have been the first. I'm just guessing, but it's definitely probably the most popular amongst Amazon sellers, and really slanted to be more helpful for FBA sellers, where it uses BSR. And you know, as we talked about in the video we just recorded on my channel, like that's relative to the category you sell in. So certain categories seem to be a lot harder to project accurately than others. Like I say, like science and industrial, scientific and industrial category is a little bit like of a slower paced, not as high volume of products. And the tool itself probably projects way more accurate there than if you run Jungle Scout. I didn't even describe what it does. Essentially, it's a Chrome extension. You pay for it. There's a free version, but the paid one's what you want. And it will use BSR and a bunch of data that it has. And it's been perfected by smart engineers for years at this point.
Yeah.
And it tries to give you like accurate projections on like how much money it's bringing in, how many sales per day, per month does that equate to, and even analyze the competition.
Wow.
But here's the disclaimer. I'm not recommending that for print on demand. I don't think it works as well in the print on demand parent categories from personal experience.
Yeah. So not the t-shirt stuff, but FBM, like the other product that
I'd say no.
No? Okay.
I'd say no as a general rule of thumb. If it was free, you know, you tinker around, but like the paid version, it's way more helpful with FBA and more reliable.
Okay. So if you're doing FBA, yes, but FBM merch, no. Is that what you're saying?
Because and by the way, the reason I said Jungle Scout, like they conducted a study of them versus their competition and had people volunteer real data, and they were the most accurate tool. So
I might have to start FBA as well. So, all right. Last question. And just to finalize, is there anything else you want to talk about FBM that maybe the people should know, that my followers should know if they want to start up FBM? Any last words about that?
Yeah, I mean, the best way to get you excited about it is like number one, what we said earlier, like your products stay there forever. Number two, like you're building sales history and building your account up. I know that's not a technical way of saying anything real, but it's like you're proving to Amazon, which is the #1 e-commerce website in the world, that like you and your seller count are worthwhile. So in case you ever decide to do FBA, you know, it's complementary, right? So I sell FBM and FBA under the same account. So my account looks like super legit, you know, because I have so much reviews and whatnot. And if you're competing for the buy box, that also is weighted when it might be me and Juna, you know, selling the same product at the same price point. I may edge you out just because my account has better sales history and more positive feedback. So that, and I guess also one last thing, you know, like what really got me into it was the first like major success I had was through FBM, not FBA. Well, I mean, I've had FBA success, but like the biggest print on demand like day of success that I ever had was primarily on Etsy, but that same product was also selling really well on Amazon through FBM, through the Printful integration. to the tune of a couple $1,000
Yeah.
in a 24-hour span, you know?
I remember that story on one of your videos. You were watching a show or something, and then you saw that this could be trending, and you went straight to the computer.
I've gotten ideas from shows, but this one was from a like a sports app on my phone.
Yeah, TV or on your phone or something.
Yeah. I've gotten ideas from TV too, where it's like literally I used to just have it muted and just be like kind of glancing up and like, oh, like that T-shirt. You know, the first big success I had didn't even have words on it. It was just a picture. You know,
pretty cool.
So simple. And yeah, but like once you have like a big success, I started taking it a lot more serious. I was like, okay, so because when I first that story, man, it's like I listed it on a merch T-shirt first, and then I was working out and like getting the creative juices in my brain flowing, and I like literally was like, dude, it's not a T-shirt, it's a hat. Like, go sell it on a hat. That's what people are seeing. So then I like wrapped up my workout, ran back to my desk. I had a pretty sweet day job. I could work out in the middle of the day. And I was like, instead of doing work, when I sat back down, I was like, I need to start listing this thing on hats. And I started doing that, man. And the rest is history. I made easily 10 grand plus profit off of that one design, probably like 20 grand plus on that one design.
Awesome. That is a great way to end this interview, with that great story and on why someone should start FBM. That's, you know, and you mentioned hats. So like something you can't actually sell on merch anyway right now. Yep. So awesome. Well, thanks so much for doing this interview, Ryan. And for those of my followers that are watching this, don't forget to go to Ryan's channel. We did an interview earlier as well, and he has all these good stories. Don't forget to follow him on Instagram as well. You can see, like I see on there, like his profit, what he does every day. I'm sure in Q4 it's just going to go.
Yeah, daily profit. I've been doing that every morning, kind of. Honestly, I don't know Instagram, man. You're crushing it. I suck at Instagram, but that's my attempt at like being more active.
Yeah. And it's great in the stories. So I look at your stories every day and like, oh man, this guy's doing amazing on this thing. So that's why I wanted to.
It's janky though, because I'm just taking pictures of my computer screen, but
it works. It shows what you're doing. So it's cool.
Cool.
What else? Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe both our channels. And that is it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. See you, man. All right, so this is the trend credit for today. This is a Halloween one. I know we're getting really close to Halloween, so this is probably the last Halloween design or trend I'm going to share with you. So this one says, over this boo sheet. Of course, it's a pun for another word, but you can see here, in here, the low BSRs that you can see people are buying for Halloween, and especially 2020 Halloween. So this is going to be a Halloween like we've never had before. Not sure if we're even going to go out and trick or treat, but here it is. And of course, we want to check the competition checker, Merch Informer. It's getting an A here. You can see also there. So again, if you don't have Merch Informer, I know I say this a lot, but I do have the link in my description for a discount. And they have lots of things here, including competition checker, graphics that come every month. The list goes on and on. I still need to make a video for all the things that they do, but that is it for this video, guys. Hope you like this trend credit. Hope you like this interview. If you like this style interview and you want me to do more interviews with other people, leave a comment and tell me who you want me to do an interview with, and if you like these kind of things. So, and maybe what topic. So that is it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe again. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. See you on the next one. Bye.